of you. Thank you for showing up. This is not a long talk because I have to rewrite everything last night due to some circumstance. I'm gonna talk about wireless hotspot security. This talk is kind of collection of my findings on previous research. For example, like in March this year, we have the Bilwa Cybersecurity in Jakarta, and at least 4 speakers, including me, found like 4 different kind of attacks against the hotel hotspot. And yeah, one of it finally screwed up the billing system, and lucky at the time because the system integrator is a friend of mine, so I have a hard time to explain him like, hey, we have a hacking conference, and what do you expect if hackers get bored? So, well, finally he understands it. And after that event, I start doing, focused on the wireless and hotspot security. By definition, hotspot is a specific geographic location in which is an access point provides public wireless broadband services to mobile visitors. And hotspots are located at like heavily populated places like airports, convention centers, coffee shop, even hotels and so on. Then the motivation that we can find many hotspots in neighborhoods, probably because the increase in the needs of the people, because they all want, like, it's like a trend toward being always on, always active, get internet connection all the time, and delivering a very high-speed data, like for internet messaging, email, transferring something else, including porn, to a wireless subscriber. As a fact, more companies now planning to launch more hotspots all over the world. For example, in Jakarta, like 3 or 4 months ago, I had a meeting with one big ISP. They plan to deploy at least like 400 hotspots all around Jakarta. Jakarta is really, actually it's a small town compared to KL. It's probably twice. It's not small. And that's about it. I'll tell you a secret. If you're trying to find a security consultant during the day, probably you cannot get him in the office, and you might find him in a neighborhood coffee shop consuming large dose of caffeine, and with laptop with a wireless network access. And it's nice to people to watch him and catch up with news from the area. And some of it like doing review, technical articles, and doing some remote hacking or something. And enjoying the magic elixir thanks to wonderful Wi-Fi. So this is kind of nearly diagrams for a wireless mesh network. As you can see, there's a network operating center that controls every places, like broadband connection. Usually there's a modem, subscriber gateway, small box, and there's lots of access points deployed. And currently, nearly all hotspot application is based on IE AO2.11 technologies, and this service is achieved as a short-range radio and selected building, or space connected with like connection terrestrial link like T1 or fiber optic. And this kind of setups you can find in hotel, and combined with the wired technology also, like in the room using VDSL. Receptionist and access point for wireless in the lobby especially. And they usually have like database server, firewall, or a portal server, and billing. And it's common how to use hotspot. First of all, get an access. Well, I can talk about getting access later on. Then you have to visit the hotspot with a wireless device. It's okay. Like a laptop or PDA, and associate and get a network configuration, open your web browser, then get redirected to a login page, do something with authentication, then you get connected. To get an access, a bit tricky. Well, you can buy a prepaid card. I have a sample, I think. It's quite cheap, it's like this. It's prepaid, you can get it everywhere. Well, here it's in Indonesia. It's provided by one of a big telco company for around 2.5 bucks. You can get 1 hour airtime. Then you can get access by registering to like a big company that operate a hotspot all around the world, like Boingo, and you have to use a credit card or use now pay later, like in this hotel, and they will charge you with an incredible price. I don't know, it's like 60 ringgit, this hotel. And if the operator is a telco company, they usually you can send a text message or SMS to like 4-digit number and get a password for like 30 minutes or 60 minutes, and they will charge you like really like the same price like this prepaid. And social engineering, you can get an access by tricking someone else. Maybe some of you attend like Anthony's talks yesterday. It's really funny. So like how he managed to get username and password by just making phone call, or just wearing tie and try to
Sorry. For wireless access in the hotel, the best way to get free internet is you just register. You say you accept to pay the 60 ringgit, and then after when you get the bill, when you check out, you say the internet was cut. I refuse to pay. Can I talk to your manager?
Oh, that's a cool trick. Thanks. I will do that. Thanks. And
I do it all the time.
you can do hacking like sniffing and brute forcing. Let's get into super cool stuff, hacking the hotspot. Well, motivation is like, well, some of you, including me, like getting bored, staying in a hotel or in coffee shop after finishing your report, and I still have a half full glass of coffee, and let's do something else, let's find out. Or you want to do something bad, like delivering spam or doing hacking, because, if you're using public access, you put yourself like kind of untraceable, because it's kind of hard for authority to find someone doing something bad using public service. Or you don't have money, or just lazy to pay, but need internet connection, and will hack for bandwidth thingy. Some critical points I found on the hotspots is like this for point like network configuration, authentication method, third-party interface, and misunderstanding. I will explain later on. First of all is network configuration. IP address. If you are connected to a hotspot and get a public IP address, therefore you are vulnerable to internet attack. Well, the best you can do to prevent that is probably you set up personal firewall. And many hotspots nowadays using transparent SMTP feature, maybe. But the problem is we might questioning them. Is it real? They're not reading our stuff? And some of us know that some filtering software are vulnerable, so you can actually own the dead device or dead engine, but just sending specific email. And virtual LAN. Not all hotspots using VLAN means that you can see the other clients just using Nmap or just need ARP requests. Therefore you can hack the other client, or if you're unlucky, you get hacked. The authentication method is related to web hacking kung fu. Some of you might attending a Shiratsa training or talk yesterday. Probably mentioned about SQL injection and cross-site scripting. I know it's kind of lame because this bug is already known for 2 or 3 years, and until today I still find many hotspots with this. You can actually attack with this kind of trick. And piggybacking, thanks to Jose Nazar yesterday, he reminds me about this term, and I made something cool demo first. SQL injection, oh, okay. This is something, it's not really clear. Yeah, just to make sure that I didn't write stuff, just cut and copy and paste, login, file, can remote administration access, and try to figure out how the configuration. Take a look at it. Actually, the vendor is already informed, they already fixed it, but we don't have, especially me, I don't have the permission to mention the name yet. Still on time. Sorry? No, this is somewhere else. And as you can see, there's an encrypted password. It's cool, isn't it? Takes a while for me to figure out how to decrypt the password. Some guys, okay, that's a trick. Try to divide it by 4. You get ASCII character. This is an ASCII table. Try it. Just forget the percents by 4. That's it. That's about it. Or, well, this is XSS, cross-site scripting. You can actually use it for stealing someone else's cookies, or super cool stuff like this one. It's not really clear. Okay. Right. As you can see, I have no more cantik for my MAC address. Try to figure out, got an IP address, try to ping. I should ping Google, not Yahoo. Especially this Marius here. No connection. Try to change my you can get someone as MAC address with many different ways, like doing ARP, sniffing, whatever. Change it. It's pretty common. It's well-known technique. For macOS 10, actually you have to patch the kernel extension for airport. It can be tricky. I can show you later on after this talk, maybe, how to change the MAC address in static way. Try to reassociate or unplug the cable if you're using UTP. Plug in again. Well, actually, this morning I've tried to figure out how to rewrite all my stuff. Then I'm thinking about playing a video all in 45 minutes so I don't have splice. Just play the video and cool music, that's about it. Good connection, hooray. And next. Third-party interfaces. Hotspot, the gateways usually integrated with another system. For example, payment management system. This is widely known as PMS, you commonly use in hotel, and ISP billing system. Well, actually, I do have unpublished advisory related to PMS to a specific brand, and the vendor already informed, already deployed the fix, but I still haven't get agreement to publish the information. Just a teaser, this PMS module is activated by default. But the problem lying is when it's not used, there is no way to disable PMS module. And an attacker can change the billing method to specific value, which is for PMS, and that's about it. You get in free internet connection because the system already transfer the billing to another system, which is for hotels billing. And in Jakarta, many hotspots are provided by ISP, and you can use the same account as for a dial-ups or mail. As in this case, there are plenty of ways to capture the dial-up account, and you can use like wireless sniffing or wall driving. Talking about wall driving, I do have a cool video for you to show on, and it's a bit long. And it's cool music. We did it, me, Anthony Zborski, and another guy, Marek Bieloglovi. We did a wireless security survey about last year? Yeah. No sound. That's bad. That's bad. Okay, let's rerun it. Hold on. It's okay. I'm a big fan of Nine Inch Nails, so I use Nine Inch Nails as soundtrack. Here we are using Kismet, open source program to do wireless scanning, and sometimes we pretty much waste our time around the town, like spending 2 or 3 hours. If we get bored in the office or we cannot sleep at night, it was taking around almost midnight. Lots of networks. I think last year we found like at least 4,000 access points in Jakarta. Quite a lot. That's Marek and Anthony. Actually, we do social engineering, and to enter the building is our access to get in. So, well,
It was corruption.
is
We had to pay $2 to the security guards.
it's not a way social engineering. Money talks. It's behind. Yeah. It's okay. We go up to the building on the roof. There's a swimming pool over there. Well, we capture many stuff, not only ISP accounts or other one. We also capture ATM transaction. I don't know. I don't have it. ATM transaction, credit card transfer, as the packet dump. Right. Oh, not a hotspot. They're using wireless to transfer for clearing. Like sorry? We can show the secrets on later on, if you're really interested. That's for sure how bad security deployed. We are entering the toll road. I think at that night we reached until 666 networks. It's cool number, 666. Yeah, that's bad. Otherwise we capture more than that. Oh, there's no police. Then that's about the while driving. Next, the other critical point is misunderstanding the trust. The developer, or maybe the software designer of the hotspot gateway or system, think that people, well, no, average people cannot do something bad like doing a filtering or tunneling, things like that. So they allow like UDP protocol or ICMP access. You can ping some, but they only filter like only specific port. That's bad. For a DNS, this is common. You can use NSTX, Ozymandias by Dan Kaminsky on the last talk, Black Ops 2004, I think. And Tunnelx is a private tool from Hart. And the operator, I think they are nice persons. So some of them like providing demo account. They let you to use their system for 30 minutes. Then you'll get disconnected. Well, if you want to make it for a long time, you just make a script that can authenticate every 30 minutes. Just while through sleep, then request the login page using curl or links from the console. And then loop, so you get all the time internet connection for free. The other thing is, this is especially for users, it's like rogue access point. Especially like this. Say it's a user, this is a real access point. Normally they connect each other. Then comes up the bad guy with a rogue access point. Try to hijack the connection using the strong and close signal. In some operating system, especially you don't have the specific preferred network in your list, like for example Windows, you will get dumped to the strongest connections right away. Just for example, yesterday, in Tuesday or Monday, we delivered training of while driving over there, and we had problem to associate because, well, I'm not never use wireless in Windows, so I don't know how to figure out. But until then, we just realized that Windows doing try to associate with the strongest and the closed signal. I don't know, is it enabled by default or not? Hopefully not. Transparently forward the connection to the real access point means that you have two Ethernet card, two wireless NIC, and well, user never know about it. Once you're in the middle, you can capture or sniff, then manipulate the traffic for a backside. But if you do internet banking, hopefully, we are like internet banking, mostly done over SSL or TLS. And you can actually hack the client by using automated attack tools. Then you can set up a fishnet. Fishnet, this term is firstly introduced by K2 in CanSec Quest 2003 or 4. where you actually can control the clients in the fishbowl environment. Talking about fishnet, taking advantage of suspected client behavior like zero configuration, automatic update system, network service. It tries to fake service, create a fake service trap, exploiting the client and create a backdoor. Then deassociate the client, let it go, and connect back through the real internet connection, which is really bad if the computer, which is the victim, is used in a big company or like bank, ATM, things like that. Then case study about product, and I cannot disclose the name, just put an initial. You can find out internet, not many, but you can find out. You can actually build the internet access to someone's room. It's widely used in hotel. I'll give you a hint. And you can actually get a list of guests from the internet if you know the gateway address. That's using specific URL. MA stands for MAC address, RN is room number. And it really depends on MAC address, so you can easily do piggybacking. Just wait until someone associate, get his MAC address, and you try to associate with it using a similar MAC address, and the device doesn't know the difference. I do have some video, but unfortunately I cannot play it because of some stuff really hardcore. Sorry, cannot. I don't want to be next Michelin. So this product is widely used in a 5-star hotel in Southeast Asia and Middle East, like in Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, Jakarta. You can find it easily. Product I. You can easily bypass logging by changing the billing method argument equal to 1, which is used by PMS, and only filter the port 80, which you can do SSH outside and set up a tunnel. And the administration page is vulnerable to SQL injection, which is really, really bad. Their products quite known. You can do SQL injection in the login page. You can manipulate the cookies. And no fill-in, which is you can actually hack someone else. That's fun. I mean, capture the flag contest in the real world, like getting someone's porn or private stuff. Let's capture the flag. So for those people operating public hotspot looking for defense strategies, I suggest some, like try to be aware of what kind of access point are running in your local environment. That might help. Then customer education could be key. Being upfront with the wireless user and telling them what to be done on the telling them what kind of things that they should do. And SSL only works if people make sure to check the little lock on the browser. I think the browser people should make the little lock logo a bit bigger, probably upside or bigger. This is secure. Oh yeah, I have to talk with the IE guy. And one-time authentication mechanism is a good idea, like how gas station give you a one-time PIN for car waste when you pay an extra buck on the pump. And I think McDonald's do a similar thing. Are they already deployed on the US? No? Okay, I heard a rumor about it. Then doing a regular security assessment, especially hiring consultant to do a security checkup and make sure that your product is secure enough against the current threat. You can contact me later on. And maybe it's not a good idea is do not charge for hotspot access. I mean, try to reduce the risk of a ROX AP or like stupid things. bypassing the hotspot authentication, by removing the grid modifications to deploy them, like earning money a lot. Whatever you do, do not tie them. Username was like password in clear text, use SSL, things like that. So basically giving a hotspot access away for free and sticking your full customer with the bill, make us a part as a value-added service. So that's about it. Since nothing fancy compared to the other talks, especially the techniques presented here is not new. But by this talk, I really want to deliver a moral message that this nowadays wireless technology are currently widely used and vulnerable to many different kind of attacks. So that's about it. Is there any questions? Yes, Anthony? You shouldn't ask question.
Well, it's not really a question.
Okay.
It's just a bit of comment, because I told a lot of people, especially the one that were in our class, that they should attend Jim's talk because it will be funny. And so I just wanted to make a comment, because Jim probably cannot tell, but me, I didn't promise anyone not to tell. So actually, what he wanted to show is how you can bypass most of the security in most hotels, including this one. That was the hotel that he wanted to mention. And it was really funny because we wanted to, I don't know if Grok is in the room, but we were supposed to give him 60 ringgit because I think for the first night we were here, it was charged 3 times for the internet. And then we realized that we didn't have to charge him 3 times for the internet. It could be just charged just 1 time, and any number of people could use it. They just had to use the same MAC address. So I think Jim went to him and checked something on his laptop. And no, but one of the things that really bothered me was that not only you could get free internet, but also you can get the whole list. In 5 minutes, you get a whole list of all the guests and their room numbers. And as you've seen yesterday, once you have the room number and the name of someone, you can get a new key really easily. And I think that it's a bit of a problem. You see all those wireless technology, and they're not ready. Actually, in the new ISO 17799 standard, they say you have to be careful, you have to secure wireless network. But later on, they say, but you have to be careful because wireless security mechanisms are immature. And today is a bit of a problem. We try to build a wireless network and everything. I use wireless every day, but it's not ready for consumer use. And we have to think if it doesn't introduce new risk. And I think that it's not acceptable that, for example, most hotels will disclose privacy information about a guest, and we should do something about it instead of trying to impeach a speaker to disclose information about it. Anyway, that's just a comment.
Thank you for giving me a hard time.
And well, it's not a hard time. I mean, okay, thank you.
Okay, is there any other question? Yes, sir?
Is it WPA protocol is much more safer than WDP protocol?
Well, actually, really depends. In while WPA, well, some researchers already found new bugs, but haven't disclosed it yet. You have to realize that nowadays no one talks about something new. Not really nothing new, but many of them realize that every little information has a value. And nowadays the value will rise up like crazy. Like for a simple vulnerable, it costs you probably like 15 grand. So that's about it. I cannot answer that. Is there any questions? Is there any jokes? Okay, thanks a lot.